I just read 5 persuasive reasons why silver could skyrocket to $100 an ounce. I was not convinced. I'll explain what those reasons were and why as we explore. I am a big fan of silver. I'm such a big fan that I like to be well grounded in my expectations for the metal. It's a disservice to myself and others if I'm not, in all honesty. And this piece here from Money Talk News claims to have 5 persuasive reasons why silver could skyrocket to that amount. And wait till you hear one of the last reasons. It's kind of crazy. Nonetheless, we know that silver has not really moved as much as we'd like, although we have seen recently a surge in price. Of course, by the time you see this video, it could have pulled back, from profit taking, as I warned in my video discussing silver's massive move in one day, especially compared to gold. Compared to gold, it moved over 5%. That's pretty big news. And I am bullish on silver overall. In fact, I have been for the last 5 years when I made it official about what my predictions were with silver's price. And I've stuck to it the entire year, each of those years, and have been right once out of those 5 years with bullish predictions. But the difference is I don't claim that silver's going to reach some crazy number like triple digit or even higher. There's some people that are fully convinced we're going to see it and see it soon, and some of it could be because of these reasons I'm going to get into. But no matter what happens to silver's price, I think it's a good idea to have silver in your stack, because in the end, it will preserve your wealth. My friends at Summit Metals have some of the best deals out there on silver, so check them out at summitmetals.com. Now, the metal currently trading around, $33 and change, at least right now. It could be $34 and maybe back below 33 to 32 something. Nonetheless, some experts believe the price could triple. But an investment in silver could shine bright, is what they're saying here. While silver has been hovering in the range between 30 and 34, almost $35 an ounce recently, some industry experts are making bold predictions about its future. First Majestic Silver CEO Keith Neumeyer has repeatedly called for silver to reach $100 per ounce or higher. Is his prediction realistic or just wishful thinking? Well, it's wishful thinking, at least in the immediate term. That's my feeling. There are solid reasons why it could potentially see a dramatic price surge to triple digits in the coming years. According to an article from Investing News Network, in times of economic uncertainty, many investors turn to precious metals as a store of value and hedge against inflation, and that's true. While silver offers significant upside potential, diversifying with other precious metals can provide additional protection in your portfolio, and that's true, and that's exactly why I made a marked shift to gold in 2017. Doesn't mean I've abandoned silver, but I'm focusing more on gold. And even now, with the gold to silver ratio trading at near 100, I'm still doing that, still focusing more on gold. But I am still buying silver, no question about that. The silver that you see here has been purchased when silver was almost right around the same price as it is now, honestly. So go figure. And this silver here, but from this purchase, I will have lost a whole heck of a lot of money. But the thing is, I'm holding it. I don't lose unless I sell. And that's why I'm showing it here, because being realistic about silver is about averaging your costs whenever you buy it. And that's really, and having realistic expectations as well. So let's talk a little bit about what these 5 reasons are. We have growing supply-demand deficit, and I believe that is true to a point. We're using more silver than we're mining. The current annual silver mining produces about 800 to 825 million ounces, while consumption has reached between 1.2 and 1.4 billion ounces. This gap has existed for 6 straight years and continues to widen. And this imbalance creates pressure for higher prices, especially as industrial uses expand while mining output remains limited after years of underinvestment. Well, I don't know that I fully agree with that. I've heard that we're in the fifth year, not the sixth year, and that's really only according to Metals Focus. There's other organizations such as that don't believe that we're there yet, although we're getting close to that. Many investors seek professional guidance to navigate this potentially lucrative but complex market environment, that's for sure. And the thing is no one really knows exactly what's going to happen, but it is a complex market. The next is sort of piggybacks that. And again, we've already challenged the first one that, it's not everybody believes that we're in a deficit completely. And some people feel it's much worse than that. But CPM Group is the other organization that doesn't believe we're quite there yet, but we're getting close. Exploding industrial demand. Silver isn't just a precious metal like gold. It's crucial for technology. Its exceptional electrical conductivity makes it essential for renewable energy, especially solar panels. In fact, photovoltaics is the biggest pie of industrial demand for silver right now. Expert Chen Lin calls solar panels a killer app for silver, with installations projected to jump in 2024. Of course, 2024 is over, and they have. And electric vehicles, AI systems, and medical devices. And you have soaring demand that current supply chains struggle to satisfy. And I do believe that, especially with AI, which could exponentially grow, that is going to be a big deal for silver. In silver demand, where AI could actually overtake the demand for silver over photovoltaics, because I think that's going to eventually scale back to some extent. So we'll see how that plays out. So there is somewhat of an argument here, but even as such, I don't think it's going to be enough to send it to $100 per ounce. In fact, at current trends, if we start to see this thing happen, we may see $40, maybe $50 an ounce in a natural market if that were to really take off. And I'm even talking big time, especially considering that apparently there is large deposits that have been discovered in Poland, large silver deposits. And of course, it's going to take a while to bring those online, but that's something that they have to consider as well. And mining more silver mined as a byproduct of other metals, means there's a lot of room to profit with silver mining as well to meet that demand and the future demand for this lovely metal. So we'll see here. Now, the other factor here, number 3, is severe undervaluation compared to gold. And this is something that I've been talking about a lot lately. They say that the gold to silver ratio reveals a striking imbalance. Miners produce about 1 ounce for every 7.5 ounces of silver, yet gold trades about 90 to 100 times the price of silver. If silver were priced more in line with the production ratio to gold, with gold at $2,000, silver would be closer to $240 an ounce. Even a partial correction of this imbalance could push silver beyond $100. Well, that's their mistake. You should not use the price or the mining ratio or previous fixed ratios between 16 and 15 to 1 to gauge what silver's price should be compared to gold. That's not how markets work. That essentially is trading based off of rarity, mining rarity coming out of the ground and the like. And as we know, rarity does not equate to value of anything. And I'm going to show you a prime example of that once I hit 100,000 subscribers. Because once I hit 100,000 subscribers, you're going to see something that no one has ever seen except for me and maybe the people who produced it. Yes, indeed, which is very few, likely probably only a handful. But nonetheless, it's a mintage of 1. And that's all I'll say about that. And the other thing is that platinum is about 15 to 20 times more rare than gold, but it is a third of the price of gold right now. And it has been much lower than gold for quite a long time now. So that blows that theory out of the water. Not a very convincing argument. In fact, And this number 3 has struck out. We can pretty much take that one out. Number 4, potential market catalyst for explosive growth. All right, now there could be something in this, and these are outliers. And there's outliers to everything, and this might be the most convincing argument. But really, it's just a game of chance with this type of situation here. The silver market is relatively small, meaning big events can cause dynamic or dramatic price movements and dynamic. As Neumeyer suggests, a trigger could be Elon Musk taking a position in silver, or major financial media covering the silver deficit, and other potential catalysts include institutional investors recognizing silver's importance, governments adding silver to critical minerals list. Well, and some of them already have. Central banks changing policies. We've heard some of that happening, and I don't think Elon Musk is going to make a huge announcement. Hey, I just bought a silver, or I'm going to buy a bunch of silver, because that's going to jack up the price. Maybe after he buys it, he may have mentioned it. I don't know. And likely he probably already is doing that behind the scenes. If he's smart, he would keep that quiet because he doesn't want to cause the price of the silver to go up. So he's probably doing strategic buying so that he doesn't affect the market, so that he can get it as cheap as possible. I know I would. I would not make any kind of announcement that I'm taking a position in silver, considering how silver is so crucial to everything that Elon Musk, with every single company that he owns. And so but anything can be an outlier that could cause this situation where the critical mineral list or central banks changing policies, all that kind of stuff. We've already seen some of that stuff already, by the way. There's a lot of catalysts outside, from geopolitics to tariff fears, and look where silver's sitting right now. It's up, but it's not anywhere near $50 an ounce, much less of $100 an ounce. In fact, I would be shocked and surprised if we saw $40 an ounce this year. I'm sticking with my prediction, which is bullish, at $36 per troy ounce. So that is number 4. And we can sort of consider that one as a maybe, but it's a very unusual circumstance. Number 5 is probably the worst example that they give to try to convince you that silver price could hit $100 an ounce. Expert predictions and historic context strike already. Silver has shown its ability to surge dramatically in the past. Well, only 2 times. The price approached $50 twice in the 70s, and that actually happened in 1980, and again in 2011. Both those times for a very short amount of time, representing major gains from previous levels. Several experts quoted in Investing News Network besides Neumeyer see triple-digit potential. Peter Krauth has outlined past the $300 silver. Willem Middelkoop believes $100 is achievable within a decade, and analysis firm Investing Haven forecasts $77 by 2027 and $82 by 2030. That's probably the most realistic of the ones. Of course, we know there's many others that made wild and ridiculous predictions, but it doesn't matter how famous the names are. What's the reasoning behind it? And most of these people have been wrong before. I mean, much like me, I've been wrong, and I've made realistic predictions about silver's price going north. It hasn't happened yet. So, and he says even conservative analysts see $50 as an important milestone that could open the door to much higher levels. Well, I don't know of any conservative analyst that would make that big of a claim. And when is the claim? When is it going to happen? $50, yeah. $50 could come in 5 years, 6 years, I don't know. But nonetheless, I think that's a horrible reason to consider that the price is going to go up. But nonetheless, we know that silver has been steadily going up here at a pretty good clip. We are in a silver bull run, an extended silver bull run. And if you look at the technical analysis, we're at the end of the cup and handle formation, which could mean something too. I don't know. We know there's price manipulation, and I'm open to the idea of some price suppression. But the natural market is extremely powerful, and it could work for silver's favor and it can work against silver as well, as we've seen many times in the past. Nonetheless, hold on to your silver, hang on, buy it when you can, find the lowest price possible from wherever you can find it, and I think you stick with those. Those basic elements, you're going to be fine stacking silver. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section down below. Hope you found this video informative, insightful, and educational. I'd like to extend a multitude of gratitude to each and every one of you for taking the time to watch, and to encourage you to please rate, share, comment, and subscribe.